Welcome back to part 3 of our Digitalization versus Lean series of GBR Insights. I'm Hannah Damian, and here with me is Alexander Demmer, Research Director of Digital Transformation. If you haven't checked out our previous conversations, check them out and give us your feedback. Now, back to our topic. Previously, we looked at the relevance of people in a digital transformation and the advantages of a lean management practicing company. One common denominator of digital and lean is the consensus around the importance of change management. So, Alexander, tell us, what role does change management play as a key success factor?
Well, good point, Hannah. As we all know, every big transformation affecting the organizational structure of an enterprise requires a well-thought-out change management accompanying process involving all stakeholders. This is not new. We face this situation in transformations like mergers and acquisitions, divestments, outsourcing IT services offshore, SAP introduction, say any transformation that is shaking an organization. As confirmed by the results of our research interviews, especially companies of type A, say the digital ones were very much focused merely on cost reduction. They are very much endeavored to create a positive image for the outside world. This translates into huge efforts in training, or rather, I would say, indoctrinating their personnel, what to communicate to the external community, like shareholders, customers, investors, various institutions, press, etc., when asked about the upcoming transformation.
But I'm interested, how are their employees taken into consideration as part of the big plan?
Well, unfortunately, to be honest, they are not very much considered. They are rather neglected, I would say.
As opposed to company type B, if our viewers remember, who used the increased capacity of the QM engineers in a newly established after-sales service line, which of course generated more profitability.
Correct. Here again, we found a fundamental difference in companies of type B, let's say this lean digital, companies focused on growth and continuous improvement. They belong to the experienced lean organization, and they are used to articulate the benefits and risk for every individual stakeholder, especially their own employees. They clearly address, they analyze, and they communicate this important, very important statement of what is in it for me. Associates know that all these initiatives might lead to personnel reductions, or depending on the perspective, in these companies, increased capacity for value-added activities. They know that failing to address this, what is in it for me, and communicating this in a transparent and candid manner would lead to rumor and agitation into the organization, which is human. If you suspect that you will lose your job, would you support the transformation just to make shareholders happy? Probably not. In an environment of continuous improvement, getting rid of monotonous activities equals opening new opportunities to upgrade position and increase the added value for an organization, for your company, and not cutting jobs.
So essentially, they're not confronting the reality or issue at hand. And under these circumstances, the many efforts and methodologies around communication and motivation will fail to convince employees to support the change with enthusiasm.
Exactly, unfortunately.
Well, thank you always, Alexander, for having this conversation with me. Next time, we'll see how successful change management requires top-down support from leadership. Join us next time.
Thank you, Hannah. See you next time.